Now, if you've got children, you don't need me to tell you that thousands of pupils were off school today because, of course, their teachers were on strike. And hundreds of demonstrators took part in rallies in Leicester and Nottingham too, calling for better pay and conditions, as Helen Astle reports.
Warm samosas donated by a local company to keep spirits high as teachers take to the picket line. The City of Leicester College is just one of many schools across the region that's closed today because of strike action. Georgina Cousin would normally be teaching Year 11 French this morning.
It was a really tough decision to come out on strike because the days that we were choosing to strike would normally affect my GCSE classes. But the trouble is we've been working so hard as teachers for so long and we've been sort of trying to patch the gaps that have been come up in society because of austerity for years and years, and we can't do that anymore.
Teachers in Derby and Nottingham were also protesting. The National Education Union wants an above-inflation pay rise, with schools getting extra money, so those salary increases don't come from existing budgets.
I literally live month to month, just like everybody else who's a teacher, and I've been a teacher for 23 years.
It's one of those jobs where you used to think that you could get by, and it's not like that anymore.
Really tight to the point where I've had to cut my maternity short to return to work after 5 months. I can't take the year.
What about those parents who were frustrated at a cross, if you like, that they've had to take a day's pay to look after their children because you're striking?
To be quite honest, most people I've spoken to have been very supportive. So I've not come across anyone who's, in my circle, who's not supportive of the strikes.
We understand, but this is for the future. This isn't for the here and now, this is for the future.
No one wants to see schools having to close, but the reality is that teachers are actually suffering. I don't want to see teachers in my constituency having to rely on food banks. I want teachers to thrive because schools will thrive.
By mid-morning, hundreds of protesters had gathered in Jubilee Square, ready to march through the city.
Last month, around 1,100 teachers joined the rally in Leicester. It's estimated today there are around 300 to 400 people. So is support waning?
I think it's getting better. We're certainly getting more parents on board and understanding. If you look at our social media, picket lines today, we had lots of toots and support.
The Department of Education say it's willing to move into formal talks on pay and conditions, but only if the strikes are called off. More strike action is planned for later this month. Helen Astle, BBC's Midlands Today, Leicester.